Hey guys, Alec Torelli here. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 things I think you need to consider before hiring a poker coach. I get asked this question a lot because I do have a private coaching practice, but whether you're working with me or another coach or thinking of joining a training site of some kind, here are the 4 things you really need to consider and that you want to make sure your coach has before you work with them. The first is you want to share their values. Because you have a lot of choice of where you go and people you can work with, and everyone has a different approach towards poker, you want to find someone who you can really connect with, who teaches in the way that you learn the best, and whose style matches the one that you want to play. That's first and foremost, and I think that's really, really important because ultimately when you work with someone one-on-one, whether it's in a day session with them where you meet with them in person or you're working with them virtually, they have to see things the same way as you because you're ultimately going to be implementing the advice they give. That's first and foremost. The second thing is you want to have a combination of a good coach and a good player. Now, poker is unique. Other sports, you don't have to necessarily reach a very high level in order to coach. For example, Bill Belichick, one of the best football coaches in history, played football, but he never played at the professional level, yet he can still be better than people who played professionally in terms of coaching. Now, poker is a little bit different in the sense that you don't know what you don't know, and so you have to be able to win at a very high level to coach because you're sharing strategies and information that are only available to people that are beating certain limits and certain games. Right? So the better of a player you are, the more knowledge you have, and that knowledge will be able to translate into sharing it when it comes time to a coaching and student relationship. Now, the caveat to that, and this is important to keep in mind, is just because someone's a great player does not necessarily mean they make a great coach. And this is true whether it's in poker or other sports. You can have a great NBA athlete, but it doesn't mean he's great at coaching others or motivating them or conveying his thoughts in a way that are easy to understand when it comes to poker in a way that's easily translatable into something that a student can implement. So you really want to find a marriage of both of these things here. Someone that's very good at playing and has a proven track record, but also someone that is good at conveying those thoughts in a concise way that for you is empowering, motivating, and easy to implement in your own game. The third thing I think is really important that is perhaps unique to poker is that someone that you're working with or that you're learning from teaches poker in a way that is conceptual based. And what I mean by that is if you think about poker, no 2 hands or no 2 situations are the same. So if you're working with a coach and they're analyzing your hands and telling you, okay, you play this hand this way in this spot, sure, that's useful. It's better than nothing, no doubt. But the problem is you're never going to be in that spot again. You're never going to be in the exact same situation against the exact same opponent with the exact same hand. So what's more important than reviewing just the hands is drawing out or extrapolating the underlying concepts behind the hand that you could then apply to your game overall. So for example, when you're talking about a hand that you misplayed in a certain spot, you're also speaking about, or more importantly, you're focused on the subject at hand, which for example in a hand that you misplayed might be bet sizing. You might have made a bet sizing mistake, or you might have made a hand reading mistake, or you might have made a pre-flop mistake. So by focusing on these big themes, you'll be able to apply those things to your game in any situation you face, which will definitely make you a better player. The fourth thing, which is really important to consider when hiring a poker coach, is that you work with someone who empowers you to learn. So instead of just sharing information, they're giving you tools and resources that are actionable and that help you actually apply the concepts you learn to your own game. So they're teaching you to be your own coach. They're teaching you to grade your own homework, to review your own hands, and ultimately giving you the tools and resources and empowering you to learn on your own, because ultimately you're not going to work with this coach forever. You're going to work with them for a period of time, and then after that, you need to have the tools to be able to make your own game better and take your game to that next level that you want to go. These are the 4 traits and things I would recommend finding in a coach before you start working with them. If you like this video and resonate with some of my content, I invite you to check out my private coaching practice if you're looking to take your game to that next level and really fast track your results and crush poker in 2020. Click the link below to learn more if you're on YouTube or the blog, and you can book a call with me and we can talk about how I can help you on your poker journey and reach your goals. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the Conscious Poker YouTube, putting out more content on a regular basis to help you take your game to that next level. Thanks, you guys. You are awesome. See you in the next one.